I don't know why you guys are the only one that gets me so friggin' stoked. Like, I'm literally like a light bulb every time I'm connecting with all of you. And it gets me very emotional. I wrote out something for you. Hi, everybody. First of all, I'm Nicole, your HEYOKA empath. This channel is about insight you can't do Google searches for. And I'm very beyond blessed to be in touch with and to understand fully what I'm supposed to do with you. And it has been so fulfilling. And now everyone else is jumping from all other platforms. Welcome all my newbies from everywhere else in the world and all the other platforms. Welcome, welcome. And here I go in depth about the things I talk about in the other platforms that are just like little snippets. So everyone's very eager to be rid of toxic energies. Everybody is very eager to be lit and to have their light back, especially if it was stolen from them by a narc or not by a toxic person. You need to know it can always be recovered. You need to know that the dim light can always go full blast. I don't want to say it's a process because that word has been tainted and it's filled with red tape. I want to say that it has to go in morsels that you can actually chew and not throw up, that you can digest and let things blossom that were decayed, left for dead, which a lot of you were. And so I want you to just remember when you were a little kid and you were learning something new and you were just curious on how you learn it and getting it and learning it. I want you to be like that here with me because I'm going to give it to you morsel, and little morsel at a time. I'm not going to load you and overstuff you like the holidays so that you can fart away all the knowledge I'm giving you that is fucking actually useful. But it's in fart form because it's been toxified, because there was no room inside you, because there was still a lot of pain, or there was still process not happening or not functioning properly or not handled. So there was no room to take in what it is that I'm telling you. So one of the things that is very necessary leaving 3D behind and going into the 5D world is authenticity. Authenticity is so friggin' important, and most of the things you do in your world are on automatic. You're automatic, how are you, how is schmooze? Like how many people like ask you how you are and they're looking down or they're typing like how are you? And you fucking answer them, but you think a part of yourself doesn't crumble up and die because you already innately feel like, you're not a big deal because they didn't give you their whole being? Stop it! Cut it off. Tell them not to ask. Or be authentic. When someone is, hey, how are you? And they're still walking, you're going to say, excuse me, I didn't answer. And they'll be back like, oh, I was just asking. And you'll be like, oh, you're doing this rhetorical thing. I thought you actually wanted an answer, because that's when someone asks a question. Don't be seeing the people you love and be like, love you, love you, because when you don't fill your words with meaning every single time, and they're not born from the feelings inside you, and it's not authentic that day, it's a carryover. Well, it's going to be like stale bread, and at this point it's moldy, and this is why they're not responding, and this is why you're not responding. This is also why you have a conversation with someone like, hey, how are you? How are you? Fine, fine, and blah, blah, blah. The energy is dead. Because instead of being like two animals who meet each other and then just look at each other and sense where the other animal is, I'm not telling you to go sniff their ass or anything like that, but I didn't sniff someone's ass, but I was in the gym working out, and there was a man that had this scent, and he was lifting up some weight, and while he was looking in the mirror, I just went really close, right here, and I was like, and he's like, did you just sniff me? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh my God, you so intrigued me. And it's like, yeah. Then he fell all over me and fell in love. It was a big problem. Okay, fine. So all I'm saying, it's very authentic and it's very strong. So you want to cut off anything that is disconnecting you. People who don't really want to know, call them on it. Don't ask what you don't really want to know. And if you don't know what to say nothing, or say what you're thinking. Say what you see about them that is pulling you to them. I love you in this cap. You look really cute. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. People don't know how to talk. They don't know how to just say what they're thinking. And so as you begin to speak in an authentic way, you will be able to catch people's behaviors, and you will be able to listen in an authentic way, and you will know what is not contributing to your energy. What is dead, what is stale, what is shady, what is belittling, what is a small world is no longer adequate for you going and moving into the 5D world. Because you can let go, but it'll drag you back. Let go or be dragged. That's your new motto for 2022. And so if you speak authentically and let truth be your sword, conviction your blade, you will cut through all the bullshit, and you will elevate you and the person next to you and the conversation you're having. It doesn't matter if it's a random. It doesn't matter if it's an enemy. Everyone can contribute to you, but you have to contribute to you first, or it won't happen. It's not them. It's you being awake. It's you being present. Because you got to understand something. Truth, it's not man-made. So it resonates within your body. When I say certain things to my fans, to my tribes, to my people, it resonates with them. They feel like they've known me forever. They get goosebumps. They have a knowing. They have a big smile. They get teary or explode into tears. Or they get this euphoric energy. Or they say the famous, funny you should say that because just yesterday, that's truth. And it never fails. So truth is not man-made. So it will resonate within a living body unless a person is dead, pretty well numb or drugged or intoxicated or on an addiction. So you can't manufacture. I'm dyslexic, just so you know, because HEYOKA empaths are. You can call me Yodalini. I speak backwards and sometimes the words are all mixed up. So it's not manufactured. Yes. And so I just want to talk about some truths that came to me today and just give it to you. For instance, you need to know that without pain, sacrifice does not exist. It's just not there. Where there's sacrifice, there's just pain. And when you have pain, there is sacrifice. Without sacrifice, there love awaits for you every single time. Those who believe sacrifice is love must learn that sacrifice is separation from love. Let me say that again. Sacrifice is separation from love. Because when you sacrifice self, that's not love with self. Sacrifice brings guilt to the foreground, whose only function is to seek punishment in everything, person, and choice you make. So if your relationship or your family deals with sacrifice, you're going to have guilt. If your relationship or any people that you deal with guilt, it means someone is sacrificing. And that is not a love thing at all. That is a conditioning. Love will always bring peace because its function is to heal. Guilt, when it exists, there has to be a sacrifice. Just like with peace, there must be connection to source, to spirit, to God. Guilt separates you from others because you have been first separated from yourself. You will never be able, ever, to resolve an issue that you're going through in the energy of which it was created. So that means if you are in a room, if you are with the same person whose energy created it, you need to step out. You need to walk somewhere neutral that is living. Even if it's a long drive in your car, you need to diffuse, you need to decompress. A lot of you need to decompose after the argument you just had. But if you just remember that these key things, sacrifice, pain, and guilt, all run together. You will always know the result of your choices by what you feel inside in terms of closer to peace, farther from peace. And I'm telling you right now, really quickly, it doesn't matter what your environment is. It doesn't matter what the world is. And we just have to keep seeing it for the better world that it's becoming. People become more awake. You must keep and hold still your reality. Jesus held his reality when he was looking at that lady with leper or whatever. He didn't see any other reality than her perfectness, right? Moses didn't give a fuck that all his people were enslaved and that the Pharaoh had all this power and this and that. All he had was a cane and a stuttering problem. Moses didn't break his reality from setting his people free. Martin Luther King did not break his reality from making sure men were to know that all men are the same. Do not let anyone break your reality of everything you want, everything you deserve, and all the magic that is stirring inside you. Although it's under rubble, a lot of it is under rubble, and you've got to clear that shit away. If you need help with that, reach out to me one-on-one. I guarantee you, I am high explosive, so it will just go into smithereens with me. But you need to realign yourself, rewire your head, rewire the configuration that screwed up your system by the conditioning that you were raised in and the people you hang around with. And once we do that, sweetness in all forms are yours.